tired. So, I was gonna show people how I make some of my custom paints. I know I started early, so I'm just gonna like give it a few, see if anybody shows up, and if people show up, great. If not, I will just I'm just gonna mix a paint anyway, and we'll see where we're at. I gotta. Okay, I'm just making sure I've got the chat open just in case. Doop. Okay, so I'm gonna probably need this. Oh, this is not good. This is my work in progress. Not important for right now. There's cat hair on my tongue because I was kissing my puffy cat Pistachio. She's a baby. Okay, we don't need that. We do need that. Let's put that there because that'll be safe. Actually, you know what? Why don't we put this there, and we'll put that on top. Okay. So, this gets messy, especially if you're clumsy. So always make sure you have extra paper towel. I unfortunately am quite low on paper towel, so I'm going to only mix one paint for this. I was going to mix a couple, but we'll just do the one. So there's, okay. So these are several different ones that I've already done. I had that big pink one, but it just didn't have enough pigment in it. So I was going to see if I could, yeah, I've been soaking this overnight. Ooh. Let's get some light on that. Magical glitter. Forbidden drink. Don't drink this. Don't drink that. If you drink that, you will not feel good. You will have sparkles in your mouth, and you will feel sad. Instead of the way that it looks, which is happy, so that's kind of disappointing. All right, we've got the pan. We have fished the pan out of the forbidden sparkle juice. Excellent. Okay, because ideally, what I was going to say is I didn't want to use one of these right off the bat, because I don't have a lot of room for the ones that'll go in those. And this one's magnetic, so it sticks in this, which was actually an eyeshadow palette, and is now my paint palette. So, magnetic, right? Nice. Good. So, we have two greens already. So this is kind of how I go through how I'm going to mix it. Like I kind of go by like what I use. This is a greeny purple. This is just like a chunk of paint that I have left of this one color that I don't want to lose because it was like a really cool color. So I have two greens, so that's low priority. This one I was going to mix together, but I have the, yeah, low priority. So, okay, that's pretty bitchin'. That's a really nice yellowy color. Yeah, that might be fun. The other thing is this pink and this shimmer. I was going to mix the two of them to replace the one that I thought was going to be that. But I already have a pink. And then the other option is this purpley, whatever this is. Maybe let's just go with the mystery one. Let's just... I'm missing a pan, I think. I'm missing one. I have one more heart-shaped one, and I found it earlier, and I don't know where it is now. Ah, crap. That's a shame. Okay. I won't worry about it. Like that. Okay, so we're not going to do the yellow right now. We're not going to do the pink right now. We've only got one purple. So, ideally, this will make enough to fill this. Otherwise, I'm going to be annoyed. So, that's where we're at. I'm going to leave this out like that. I'm going to take this and I'll use this brush because I don't really care about it. And ideally I mix in one of these because it's easier to scoop everything out to put it in here. This is what I use. Oh, hello! Hi, Pup Grimmer. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Just gonna do a little low-key mix of some paint. See how it turns out. I'm not sure. Looks like it might be a purpley blue. And we use this here. This is Gum Arabic Medium. So you can mix this with already made. Hello, California Historical Exploration from California Redwoods. Beautiful. Oh my god, I could smell it. Oh, beautiful. So I've tried mixing my own gum Arabic to do this, and it ended up getting really frustrating. So for Christmas, my family actually got me this, and it's like a pre-made medium for making your own watercolors with pigment, right? And so I don't have any pigment that I've purchased, but then I thought, I don't use that eyeshadow anymore. I just don't. It makes me feel bad about myself. So let's not waste that money. Let's turn it into paint. Let's turn it into paint. And then we can have more colors to play with. And if you don't have anything to mix the paint into, other than the pigment jar, you can just mix it into the pigment jar and then boom, close the lid, boom, you've got a paint container. I have a couple of them that are just in containers. I just don't know where they are, so can't prove that to you. But I have. So I mix a little bit of water in there just to kind of get it wet. And then I mix in an equal part of Gum Arabic Medium. So I freestyle this. Like, I have no actual fucking idea what the ratio should be in any way whatsoever. So I know by the consistency. So I work from the consistency, and you know, I am not always right. Usually, you know, there's been a couple of times where it's been like, okay, there's way too much water in this and not enough gum Arabic, and then normally what you do is you just mix it up again. So it's fixable. It's okay. So if you get your balance off, right? If your balance is off at first, then you just evaluate it and work with it, right? So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. I have these little squeezy dropper things. You can get them in a pack and get them on sale. I got one and shared it with my grandma. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing that this is a purple with some pretty cool green shimmer. And I also am pretty sure that I might have added a little bit too much water, but we'll just have to see. I don't want to zoom in too much because Take a look at that though. That's neat. Oh, and the water's underneath it, so it's all wiggly like goo. Oh, it's so neat. It's like there's something moving underneath there. But it's glittery. Oh, it's like there's an alien under the earth. Okay, anyway, I may have had some mushrooms earlier. Let's just add some gum arabic. That's what I think is approximately the correct amount. Let's not use this thing. Let's use this thing. This is a palette knife that my dad cut the tip off for so that it fits properly in this handy little mixing container. And I was originally going to play music, but then I remembered that if I do that, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at mixing. Like, really, honestly, I suck so bad at mixing. Like, it's really hard for me. I don't know why. It seems like it'd be something so easy, but you know what? I also don't cook. So there you go. Okay, so we can tell that the liquid is piling. See, and this is why this is why I go with the smaller thing, right? Just because I have more control over it, and I'm so just fussy about making sure that I can really mix it all together. But I also think there's more powder than I anticipated. So I think this is actually one of those times where I gotta add a little more water. Not much. Just like bloop, bloop, bloop. Just like that much. And a little bit more of that. Okay. Now it's, yeah, okay. It's really weird because, like, the glitter throws you off as to whether or not it's actually mixing together sometimes. Also, I've only mixed a few of these, so, you know, I am just winging it. I really just don't think that I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to say. It's just, I have to be more aggressive. I had a mortar and pestle at one point. I don't have it anymore. And also, the problem with the mortar and pestles is it's too porous. Ah, there we go. It's starting to mix down at the bottom there. I can see it. I can see you working with your sparkles of deception. This is going to be a cool paint. And I guess I really like doing this because you have to kind of be a little bit aggressive with it. So it's, yeah. See, it starts to take the form once you really start to work it together. And it doesn't look as purple to me in the dish, but You can never judge it by that. You gotta see what it looks like on the actual paper. Wow, it's cool. No, it is definitely purple. It's definitely purple. I just... Okay. So usually what I do is... Oh yeah, it's getting to be... That's a good consistency. It's starting to... Okay. That's kind of the consistency you want. So it's not like... Right? Oops. It's like... It's mixed, but it's yeah, it's gloopy. I believe you call it gloopy, but it's not lumpy, but it's kind of like whipped, which generally signals to me that I've got everything pretty evenly mixed up. But I always just like to give it a little bit more because I can be obsessive. And there's a little bit of pigment in this room. Okay. Let's put it into the pan. Oh, hold on. Cleaning with an alcohol wipe. Because it had the old one in it. And I just like to make sure that it sticks well. So let's zoom in for this. I do mixed media. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. I'm trying to zoom in. Where am I? Okay. Okay. And then I'll just, you goo it into the pan. You just encourage the goo to go into the pan. And then I have a little brush nearby. Let's get that out of the way. I have a brush nearby to get the little bit extras out. Oops. So we want to get that off. Also, you can use this to kind of like fill the pan. I unfortunately picked a very large pan for not a ton of pigment because this will go down a bit as it dries. A lot of that volume is the liquid, so that will dry. Actually, there's a good amount though. It looks black, but we'll see because I'm gonna apparently drop that and spill everything everywhere. Perfect. Excellent. Loving it. I'm just basically using the brush to get the last of the paint out of the little thing and into the pan. And then whenever I don't have, whatever I can't get out, I will use on the page to test it. So you're not really wasting anything, because I don't like wasting. I'm usually not, no, I am usually this clumsy about it. I have been less clumsy about it before, but I was hoping to be less clumsy about this, but does not always work that way. But I think this is a really cool color, and I really am excited to see what it looks like on the page. I don't remember what the eyeshadow pigment even was called. Hi, Lori, 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 Lori. We're mixing paint. I mixed a paint. I'm not all there. I'm very tired. But we're doing it. Okay, we've got it. Look at that. Wow. So that's the finished thing there. Pretty fancy. And of course it's always going to look differently in the pan than it will on the page. So let's see what it looks like on the page. I'm going to set this main thing here so that it can dry. I typically let it dry overnight before I try using that, otherwise it's going to just get wet everywhere. So let's turn to a fresh page. Oh, I was drawing ladybugs earlier. Let's not draw it. Oh yeah, let's just do it on the same page. That way we're making good use of the page. So let's move everything else over. Also, you don't have to really worry about washing all this stuff like super right away because it's all water soluble. That's what's so nice about it. Like that little bit on my desk there, you just wipe it off with alcohol wipe. Boom, done, clean. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Let's not use this shit brush. So, okay. I am just committing to getting messy at this point because I know I'm going to get messy. Oh, did you seriously, Lori? That's so awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. And you know, it's just honestly like art is saving me right now. Like just doing it is making me feel better. Like what color do I want to see? Okay, we'll put it on a page. Like earlier I was feeling really sad and so I was like, well, where do I want to go? And then I put this place into the book and I was like, I'm gonna be right in there. And so I'm gonna finish that later. Yeah, exactly. It is incredibly good for the mind and soul. And it's also a really good opposite action. If anyone's done any DBT, it's a really good opposite action. That is productive and not harmful to yourself. Okay, so I'm getting this all over my hands because I'm all distracted, but that's okay. I only blame myself ever. Okay. So I'm mostly just trying to get this into the bottom here so that I can actually really use it. So So the one thing that I always get frustrated about when I do this is I sometimes pick a color that doesn't have enough base pigment. This one does not have that problem. This is a really pretty color. So I've found that genuinely these function about the same when mixed correctly as professional or any other, you know, purchased indie watercolors. So if you do not have the money to buy the colors you want and you have some extra eyeshadow you've never used, I recommend using it as paint. Oh, I can't. Oh, I keep trying to make it even and I just make it worse. Story of my life. Let's just make it go off the page. I don't even care anymore. It was gonna be a frickin' half a wing. It's gonna be a butterfly wing. It's gonna be like this is half of the wing. Oh my goodness. And I was saying this to do on stream and I totally forgot about it, but my fancy paper came in today. So I was gonna open that up and see what that looked like. If anyone wanted to see the fancy new paper. And then just like take a, you know, oh, there's glitter all over my hands. This glitter. Take any pen and just go, and boom, you got a butterfly. What do you know? Look at that. You just freaking painted a butterfly using friggin' shit you made. Boom. Easy. I don't even know how long that took. That did not take very long. Boom. And that does not include cleanup. And then also, like, I still have this. I really don't know why I sound so aggressive about it. I'm not trying to be aggressive at all. I swear. It's just my personality. That's how I come across sometimes. You can do this better. Anyway, and I have this left over, so I'm just going to leave it here and then I can reactivate it, which is cool with water. Because again, I don't want to waste any bit of it, especially because that's really cool. It's like a dusty, there we go. Now you can really see it. Ooh, look at the shimmer. Yeah. Look at that. We're in Fairy Town. Man. Okay, so... Oh, good, Pup Groomer. Okay, so let's check out the very special paper that I was only able to get because of the incredible air grader. Okay, so I have wanted this paper since my grandma first took me to the freaking to the art store, and I was like, oh, I really want that paper. It's so fancy. But you know, it was too expensive and I wasn't an artist, so there was no fucking way I was getting that paper. So I figured it was time to fill that childhood dream since we're in the era of making up for the years that I spent wishing that I wasn't alive. We got it. We got the Arches watercolor hot pressed paper. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I haven't even opened it yet. I was saving it to do it on stream because I wanted to keep my reaction on this paper. So let me zoom out if I can. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna just hide that. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's better. All right. Let's tear into this bad boy. Let's check it out. Now, it's expensive. Like, I knew that going in. I don't normally spend money like this on supplies. I normally have the money to spend on supplies like this, but this is special. And the first thing I'm going to make is a really pretty sunset for the sunset talk after the chalk. Oh my gosh! Whew, that's some gorgeous paper. Look at that. Oh, I'm getting sparkle on the first page. Desparkle, desparkle, desparkle. Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's read what it says on the inside here. Where's the English? I can never find where it's English. Ah, here we go. Okay, since 1492, the Arches paper mill has been making pages with unchanging qualities. Made on a cylinder mold, Arches watercolor paper has a harmonious natural grain. Thanks to this method, the fibers are evenly distributed. The paper slackens uniformly when wet. Its composition with fibers of 100% cotton gives the paper its strength, beauty, a natural, lasting whiteness, and an inimitable touch. Arches is the only paper mill in the world to gelatin size its watercolor paper to the core. Okay, this preserves the luster and transparency of the colors whilst preventing paints from penetrating the paper. It allows superposing of washes and gives it added strength to resist erasing and scratching without tearing or linting. It also allows paints to be removed, either wet or dry, easily revealing the whiteness of the paper. Arches watercolor paper can absorb a large amount of water with limited deformation. Acid and OBA free, Arches watercolor paper will stand the test of time. It is particularly recommended for all the wet techniques: watercolor, gouache, ink, acrylic. So, yeah, childhood dream come true. Right here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, yeah, so I'm gonna have to plan out a really beautiful sunset. If anyone has any suggestions of sunset scenes or like a specific one that you'd think would be really good, send me an email, whatever. I'm available. I'm around. I was gonna stream for longer, but I am just very tired. Otherwise I would mix more paints for you, but we did get the one done. We did get this one mixed. Very pretty in the pan as it dries. And then we've got another look here. This is just one very hastily painted coat. Here, a little thicker layer, and then a thinner layer, just to show how it really does work. Just like a purchased paint. In comparison, there's things like these, which you can buy a lot. You can, spend money. You can spend up to $13 on something like this here, where I am. And when you're learning, you really just don't have the money to spend on the materials that you go through while you're learning. So being able to make more materials is always really good. Gum Arabic medium, easy, but a little bit pricier. You can find it. You can find pure gum Arabic, and then you may have to add a couple extra things to it to really make it a proper medium. I'm unsure, but either way, a bottle of this will go a long way. I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 paints, and I've gone through that much of the bottle, right? So it'll last you a long time. So it in terms of like, you could go on like Facebook Marketplace and you could look at indie eyeshadows. People are destashing these. You can get them for like super cheap from some people, right? Like you get a bunch of random ones, and then you buy one of these and boom, you're mixing paints, baby. No more staring at Instagram thinking, wow, those are some beautiful obscure colors that I can't find in the store. Fucking make them yourself, man. You can do it. I believe in you. I can do it. You can do it. But I've got more paints to mix. So I will stream potentially tomorrow. It really just depends. And then, as always, we've got Paint and Ponder on Wednesday with Fluffer Squirrel UK. Be incredible. Mountains with a Sunset. I was kind of wondering about that. Yeah, mountains. I love mountain. Love a good mountain. All right. Thank you for popping in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for learning with me and watching me experiment. And I hope you got some entertainment out of it, or maybe learned something, or forgot about what was worrying you for a moment. But have a good rest of your night, and be kind to yourselves. All right, take care. Ooh.